Ali Abdaal showed you Notion, but he's not your savior.
Management, I use Notion. Notion is the app.
Matt Diavara gave you minimalism, but he's not your savior.
Director of the documentary Minimalism.
Thomas Frank said be productive, but he's not your savior.
Best productivity apps overall.
Joey created better ideas, but he's not your savior. He's not your savior.
To stop procrastinating.
So what is the problem? I'll explain. Are you being productive? Now this is a question we ask ourselves after watching some inspiring productivity content, as improving ourselves is what most of us want, and of course what most of us are aspiring to do. Now the problem actually occurs when this now puts you at odds with yourself at every waking moment, like it's a life or death competition, which long term just isn't sustainable. Imagine you set up a routine to go gym and you're being consistent, you're going regularly. You miss one session because of external factors that you couldn't predict, you couldn't control, and now you hate yourself. You're miserable. Now to be a little bit disappointed with not being able to maintain this new routine or habit that you've gotten into, I think is a bit fair, a bit valid. But to hate yourself over it, I don't think that's right at all. Me personally, I would call this a toxic relationship with productivity.
But no touching.
And it's unfortunate, it's sad to be honest, because with this relationship, you only feel respect for yourself or feel peace of mind when you're working 100% or more. And I believe in working hard, but sometimes we just need to be able to take a break, wind down, chill, because our productivity doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Productivity videos for a lot of us are a form of escapism, a period of time where we make ourselves feel good, a dopamine rush where we get addicted to, overall just being a time period where we trick ourselves into thinking that we're actually being productive. So maybe you wanted to write an essay and you wasn't sure exactly how to tackle this, so you go onto the internet, find yourself on YouTube and make a query. This is off the back of good intention, but a couple hours down the line, 20 videos in, no pen has touched paper, Microsoft Word is still closed, and you're not even watching videos related to the topic anymore. And unfortunately, this is a cycle. This is the addictive nature of productivity content. Burnout for what? What's the point of it all if you're just going to end up hating your work, hating the goals you set for yourself, even going as far as hating your life, just so you could be productive? You see, in this world, productivity is closely linked with hustle culture. And hustle culture is just all about, usually speaking anyways, work, work, work. But isn't productivity supposed to be using your time efficiently so you can actually spend time doing things that actually matter? Be with people that actually matter. But in actuality, for myself anyways, when I've been the most quote-unquote productive, I've been lonely by myself, almost disappearing from everybody around. And I'm a fan of getting the work in, but I'm also a fan of having mental stability. There needs to be a balance. Comparison is the thief of joy. You see, you could have started this year great and been working on your side hustles, going to the gym, regularly reading, doing all of that good stuff. And then your neighbor tells you that they just bought a new Tesla and you're not seeing nowhere near comparable results. You start to feel bad, you start to feel small, question yourself. Your doubts and fears start to take over, which leads you to start to feel envious of your neighbor, your sister, your brother. Now, popular entertainment would make you believe there's only two options you can have here. Option 1, stay sad, do nothing about it. Option 2, get grinding, make a change. Now, in an ideal world, none of us want to go for option 1, so we want to go for option 2. But if you're already on a 100-hour work week, then how is this possible? No sleep is the answer. And I'm not a certified doctor by any means, but long term, I don't think this is healthy for anyone. What started off as a quest to change yourself has now transformed into a lack of health, envy, and anguish, leaving you waking up saying,
I don't like my job, and I don't think I'm gonna go anymore.
If you got into this point of this video, you probably realize that it's not actually to do with the creator's mention, but more to do with the mindset when consuming this type of content. You see, in my honest opinion, I believe that all the creators mentioned have left a positive footprint on the YouTube space regarding productivity, and of course provide value and great cinematography or production level content. So I respect them and shout out them. So what am I trying to say? We need to avoid putting even great content creators that have had positive impacts on our life on a pedestal because unknowingly, or for the very devious ones that are usually not on this platform, knowingly could be pushing you closer and closer to the trap that is toxic productivity. Because moving away from YouTube, the industry as an overall is banking on our failure at growth to ensure its growth. And of course, productivity can be used for good, but you just need to be accountable to ensure that the change that comes from it is positive rather than negative. Now, of course, if you liked the video, then shout me out with the use of likes, comments about what you liked or what was insightful, maybe even leave me a subscription. And of course, until next time, stay blessed and peace.